Once upon a time, in the ancient land of China, there lived an old peasant woman.
I met my wife Carol back about almost 40 years ago at this point, and we started playing music together and soon found another love, which was puppetry. And we traveled around the country with our very first puppet show, did the very first show for her mom's school right outside. And we had such success that we traveled all around the country performing shows, and for about 3 or 4 months. Came back, finished school, and when we got out, decided that's what we were going to do.
Our very first puppet was Uncle Tarr, and I carved him out of a piece of old poplar firewood that I had left over from the wood stove. And he was a character that actually smoked cigarettes and puffed smoke, and it was a cautionary tale. It was teaching kids to be careful about tobacco use, and he was a great character. We performed that show in an old Barnum and Bailey ticket booth from the old circus trains back at the turn of the century.
We actually became a full-time puppet company sometime around 1978, and we started performing in outdoor venues, county fairs, and state fairs, and I really enjoyed that because the way I saw it, we were really bringing sort of a grassroots entertainment back to the original venues that they were probably first performed in.
The Catskill Puppet Theater simply amazed me when I saw them. It was totally unexpected, and the nuance of the script and the music and the reaction of the audience, of the students, just blew me away.
Young audiences of New Jersey asked us to help them with their Holocaust education curriculum in the elementary schools, and they commissioned us to create a show to address some of the hate crimes that were going on in the area.
I'm going to put up my menorah too, where everybody can see it.
I'm glad, Isaac.
Mom, stop!
What? What is it?
Look! Look at Teresa's house! Hi, Teresa! Look, Mom! It says, "For our friend Isaac, with love from Teresa and the rest of the Hanley family." She didn't tell me she was going to do this. She never said anything.
You know, honey, hate can make a lot of noise. Love and courage are usually quieter, but in the end, they're the strongest.
Then rang the bells more loud and deep. Peace.
The wonderful thing about puppetry is that you can animate things that people never expect to come to life. In one of our shows, The Willow Girl, a tree actually becomes the spirit of friendship and comes to life in the middle of the show.
I just wish I had one friend. It's a reasonable wish. Who said that? One good friend is plenty. It sounds like the voice of my old friend in China. What is happening to my willow tree? Ah! Hello, Doshin. Willow woman, you are here. Yes, my dear. My goodness, how you've grown. But what's this I hear? Is there no one here in America who is kind to you? Well, there is one boy who's nice to me. Well, my dear, sometimes friendship is like a tree. You must first plant the seed and then wait for it to grow. Dig among my roots, Doshin, and tell me what you find. Why, it's a seed. How pretty it is. Will it grow another willow tree? No, Doshin. It's the seed of friendship. The only one I have. It is my gift to you. What does it do?
You know, we've had the great honor of performing in some of the greatest libraries in the country. The New York Public Library, the JFK Library, the Morgan Library, Philadelphia Library, and we get invited back time and again. We've also been in many of the great museums around, so the Smithsonian, the Historical Society of New York, the Guggenheim, and so we've had a chance to perform in many, many great venues, and it's always been a great honor.
Look, Minya, how do I look? Elijah, isn't that the new shama I made for you? I'll tell you how you look to me. You look like a dream come true. That's what I think when I look at you.
The Catskill Puppet Theater is unique in that it blends together three types of art. One is the individual puppets are created by Carol, and each puppet in and of itself is a piece, a work of art. Secondly, there's individualized narratives for each of the stories that the puppets perform, which are excellent didactic stories that teach a lesson to the students. And the third element is the performance itself, which is the three-dimensional performance happening live that's really engaging. And when you take all three elements together, you have a unique experience for the student.
What a beautiful little child. But how could he be so foolish as to search for his enemy? Doesn't he know where his enemy is hidden? Look, I'll show him. It's hidden right inside here.
The philosophy of the Catskill Puppet Theater is really to teach values to kids in a way that's entertaining, theatrical, and really magnetic to them. I try and write stories that always have a little moral, but I always try and make them be magical and fantastical and fun for everyone who watches them.
Oh, it's hard when you're the prey, you run in circles every day, and it's scary.
Whoa, scary!
Then the lion comes along with a roar that's loud and strong. He's big and hairy.
Big and hairy.
His claws are sharp and wicked, and his teeth are long and white. When he breathes his breath upon us, how it gives us such a fright. When we see him in our nightmares in the middle of the night, we'll be crying lion.
We've traveled all over the country and even the world. We've been to Japan and out west and on Native American reservations in the 9th Ward of New Orleans. We've just been blessed to be part of communities that we couldn't have been part of in any other way. The world of puppetry is the world of imagination, and we've been really happy to share our imaginations and hopefully to have piqued other people's imaginations.
You know, this fellow is quite a big help to me.
Why, thank you, Mom.
Why, every day at dawn, I call upon my brother's son.
He calls me and I...
You know, I think we've managed to survive for 35 years as a puppet theater because we pay attention to detail, and we really don't cut corners. When we have an idea, we work on it until it's done. And we try to produce original material, not stuff that's been done before. And we don't tend to jump on any bandwagon for commercial reasons. Our stuff happens to be multicultural because that's our bent. And it was multicultural 25 years ago. We do stuff that's important in character education before character education was a buzzword. But it's important to us to educate people on how to become better people. And so our stories are designed that way, our shows are designed that way, and we take great pride in that.